And so, it continues. Hello there! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Max, also known as MKaren, and today I have a bit of a special writing exercise for you. If you're familiar with my other series, the VWA, the Virtual Writing Academy, today is going to be a little bit of a companion piece to it. On the VWA, I tend to do exercises that are focused around one particular theme or concept, and today's exercise is a little bit too casual for the VWA. Today's exercise is one of my favorite exercises that my creative writing college professor would bring out every semester, and I really like this exercise and I wanted to put it on the channel forever, but it doesn't really fit the VWA. So hence this particularly a little bit of a strange video. Today I have a writing exercise just for you. If you're unfamiliar with the way the VWA usually goes, I recommend you check out the playlist up here and in the description down below. The format is pretty darn simple. This video actually has time allocated for you to write. There is 10 minutes in this video allocated for you to sit down and get some writing done. I even put on some music in the background for you to get right into the writing mood. You sit down, you put on headphones, you focus, you write for 10 minutes, and then we meet again, talk about our feelings, and share our writing in the comments down below. Pretty darn simple, am I right? So, without any more preamble, let's get a move on. Pause the video right now, go get your stuff, pencil, pen, open up your favorite writing software of choice, put on headphones, close that door, and get ready to get some writing done. Okay, I'm going to count backwards from 3, and when I get to 0, I'm going to assume that you're ready to move on, okay? 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's go. In the Virtual Writing Academy, this is usually the part of my explanation in which I will let you know that you are always welcome and free to modify and change this particular prompt to suit to whatever you're writing. Except today is really weird. Today is really like the most if prompt I could ever make. So I find it difficult that you may find a way. I can't even conceive a way that you could fit this into a story. So instead, I'm just gonna give you a different reminder to just have fun today. This is a bit of a weird and interesting exercise, one that it's very dear to me. Again, this is an exercise that I'm basically just flat out taking from the courses that I took in college. It's a weird exercise, it's really weird, but it's a great chance to get to know your characters and also to just have a nice conversation. But without any more preamble, I've rambled on for way too long. Let's get started, let's take it from the top. Today's exercise is titled The Interview. Write a scene where you, or a person of your choosing, is interviewing the protagonist of your current story. Some things to keep in mind: this interview can take place at any point in the story, at the beginning, middle, or even years after the story's conclusion. That is my favorite setting for this exercise. What questions do you have for this character? What do you want to know? Ask away, and remember, have fun. This is indeed a weird exercise. Today I am tasking you with having a conversation with your protagonist. Of course, if your protagonist does not appeal to you in this particular exercise, please feel free to also use your antagonist or any of the side characters in the story. You're gonna sit down and have a conversation with them. Ask away. And of course, a couple of other things to keep in mind. Where is this interview taking place? Is it somewhere in this world or in their world? What does this character look like? If it's been years after the story has been over, what do they have to say regarding your questions? Things to keep in mind. How do they feel about their story? How do they feel about the way things unfolded? Is there something that you are uncertain about in the story and would like to ask them about? This is your chance to do so. As you write, do not hesitate, do not doubt, just write as things come to you. The same way you would let those characters speak in their story, let them speak here and now, okay? The time to write is almost upon us. If you're familiar with the interview format, then you know where to get started, but if you don't, just simply begin with a question and let those characters talk. Again, without hesitation, without doubt, without second guessing yourself, just write. You have 10 minutes. It's not a long time, it really isn't. The music It's gonna start playing real soon. So, focus. Make sure the door is real closed. Your headphones are on. Fingers on the keyboard. The time to write begins at the count of 3, 2, 1, go. 60 seconds remaining. Alright, time's up, pencils down, fingers off the keyboard. If you minimize this video, please bring it back up, and welcome back. This is a silly exercise. It's a silly but a fun exercise. And that is, I guess, in a way, part of the reason why I didn't have the heart to put it in the VWA formal. I wanted a nice exercise to just write about something that's not particularly important in a way to the story. This could still be really important and imperative to your story, but I find this to be more of a what-if prompt. What if you could talk to this character? What if you could interview them? What would you ask them, and what would they say? This is a great chance to get to know your characters in a way or another. There's someone in the comments, a very astute person is about to ask me, Max, how is this any different than spending extra time of your writing schedule working on character sheets and other things that are not inherently part of writing? And to that I would say that it is not very different at all, actually. And in the consistency of my character, you would argue as well that this is not the best use of your time. And I guess I would agree to follow the consistency of my character. But I think that this particular exercise is not about being productive, it's about just having fun. This is a nice, fun exercise to get to know your characters, and to have a nice moment to just sit down and write. More often than not, writing can seem very daunting, and also appear as, let's be real here, work, because writing is ultimately work. I know that sometimes there's a lot of this mysticism behind writing where it's supposed to be great and inspiring and fun all the time, and it is most of the time, but sometimes it is also work, and you have to sit down and get writing done. The goal of this exercise is not really to inspire you to get work done, but rather just to sit down and have some fun doing something. That is okay too. I mean, after all, this video is going up on YouTube, home of things to watch for fun. So why not take a moment, one day of the week, to write for fun. Write without thinking twice, write without hesitation, and just get to know one of your characters. That was, in a way, the goal of today's writing session, and I hope that I achieved it. I hope you had fun, I hope you got to know more about your characters, but at the end of the day, I just hope that you got some writing done, a little bit of extra writing done on your day, on your week. Okay. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below and your experiences. Feel free, as always, to post your writing in the comments down below, as well as online. Consider using the hashtags on the screen if you're posting on Tumblr or Wattpad or your particular place of choice. I would really appreciate that. Also, feel free to tweet them at me or just shout at me. I may give you a retweet here and there. The only way to find out is to actually tweet at me. Also, one more thing, if you have particular thoughts or questions or suggestions for future videos, please let me know in the comments down below as well. I really appreciate those, and I do take them into consideration. This exercise is here because a viewer asked for a much more fun and casual exercise, so here you go. Now, as we're rolling into the outro, I want to let you know that the track you heard today is on the screen right now. I don't know what track I'm gonna use for today's video. Max from the future is gonna sort that out. The track you heard today came from OCRemix.org, a wonderful website filled with talented musicians who are making remixes of your favorite video game tracks. This track, the one you're hearing right now, the one you wrote with during the writing section, and many more are available free to download over at OCRemix.org. Links in the description down below. Alright, so now as we are in the formal outro, I want to let you know that if you enjoy my videos and would like to make sure that I can continue on making them for the foreseeable future and also get cool perks along the way, consider checking out my Patreon. You can get really cool stuffs, watching my videos early, copies of my books, more on that later. Though, of course, if Patron's not your cup of coffee, how about a cup of tea instead? Consider a one-time donation, link in the description down below. Now, formal outro. 20 seconds to go! Up here, VWA playlist. Down here, link to my Patreon. Up here, my pixel face you can click on to subscribe. And down here, a link to my other channel with Kitty, where we do anime stuffs, let's play stuffs, and we are very, very, very silly people. Thank you for tagging along, thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. And as always, class dismissed.